guys, it's David from Red Wagon Dioramas, and today is time for my monthly pickups video. This is 6 figures a month for the month of December 2024. It's the end of the year, we're only a few days till New Year's, and yes, Christmas just happened, and I did get some new figures, so I'm going to show those to you guys, as well as a couple other things. Apart from one kid being sick, which was kind of a damper on things, we did have a good Christmas as a family. We spent a lot of time building Legos together. We got that huge D&D Lego set, which is like the tower and the dragon on top, and it comes with a campaign, so you get to play that with the kids. So we're like halfway through that campaign right now. That's been a fun thing to do as a family. And then we've been playing card games and watching TV and that sort of thing. Thank you to everyone for the kind comments on my Black Series collection video I shared recently. Really appreciate you guys commenting and watching. It's awesome. Before we begin, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 5K. I might be at 5K while you're watching this. And if you are watching this and you've enjoyed some of my other videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please just hit that free subscribe button for me. I would really appreciate it. All right, with that being said, let's get into it. And before I get into my number 6, I do want to throw in an honorable mention. Gamestop, they had a good sale going on right before Christmas for like 4 or 5 days. It was buy 2, get 1 free on almost most of the collectibles on the website. And even though the website was giving people some problems, I was able to get an order through for 3 of these TVC playsets. This is Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser Hallway. Comes with a Mandalorian privateer figure. Anyway, I bought 3 for the price of 2, which I thought was a good deal, and I'll sell off the extra figures. So if anybody needs just a carded figure, hit me up. I got 2 of the privateers here to sell. I've opened it up and put it together, but I haven't really spent enough time with it yet to give you my thoughts. But I do want to mention it, that it was one of my kind of interesting pickups this month. All right, number 6 this month is going to be G.I. Joe Classified. So one of the combo deals I was able to score at one of my local GameStop stores was for some G.I. Joe Classifieds. I was able to get both Cobra Commander and the Cobra Officer here. Both really cool figures. I've been collecting the carded run of these. So I got both of those for full price, and I got a free extra figure, which was Storm Shadow. This is him in his white camo outfit when he actually joined the Joe team, joined the good side for a while. Probably was my favorite vintage G.I. Joe figure, was my original Storm Shadow in this outfit. So seeing Hasbro bring him to life in the 6-inch form is really cool. I love the claws he comes with. He comes with the 2 swords, the bow and arrow. The articulation's a little bit limited because of this rubbery, skirt he's wearing here. But otherwise, he's a really cool figure. You can do a lot of cool poses with him. He's got lots of accessories like all the figures in the line do. So the new Storm Shadow makes my list this month. Number 5 this month is a Marvel Legends figure. I ordered this from Target a while ago, and I just opened it up about 2 weeks ago. And this is the deluxe figure of Phoenix, Dark Phoenix. Now, honestly, the figure is just an average Marvel Legends figure, but it's this amazing set piece behind her, which is just stunning to look at, honestly. So if you guys haven't picked this up yet, if you're an X-Men fan at all, I think this is worth the dollars involved. Very cool how they sculpted it all together. Phoenix does detach from the flame base, so you could pose this separate from the base. There's a lot you could do with this. What an amazing sculpt. Whoever Hasbro hired for this, great job, man. Really nice execution on everything with the base. And the figure is fine too. The head sculpt is nice. It's standard articulation, pinless female body. So great figure overall. Really like this one. And she just stood out when I opened her up. I don't do a lot of Marvel Legends on this channel, you guys. They rarely make my list, even though my son collects them and plays with them. But this one I just had to feature because I was just so blown away by it. Really cool figure. Worth the pickup, guys. Really, really well done. So that's my number 5 this month. Okay, number 4 is a Star Wars Black Series figure. This is the 6-inch figure of Captain Brutus from the show Skeleton Crew. This is the wolfman creature, I forget the name of the species, that features in the first episode, and he's basically the big bad pirate that's coming after the kids. So if you haven't watched the show, I understand it's not getting as high of views as most people thought, but it is a really good show. I've really been enjoying it. I've been watching it with my kids, and I think we're on episode 4 or 5 now. And there hasn't been a bad episode yet. They've all been great. So I originally had pre-ordered this from Hasbro, but it got lost in the mail with DHL or whatever. So canceled that order, and I picked this guy up at GameStop, also on that buy 2 get 1 sale. A lot of the promo pics I saw for this originally, he looks so dark and like he was all dark gray or something. But there is a lot more color to him in the paint apps. It's actually really well done. Even the teeth, there's pink in the gum line with the teeth. So the head sculpt is great. All the accessories, he can store all those weapons. His name fits his character. He's a mean, menacing character chasing the kids around on the Skeleton Crew. I probably won't get any of the other Skeleton Crew figures, but this guy will be great in Jabba's Palace or in the Cantina whenever I get that set up. So that is my number 4 this month. Okay, number 3 this month, I have another Gentle Giant Jumbo figure. Yes, I got one more. This is Logray, of course, put out by Gentle Giant. What year is this? This is 2015. So the Jumbo figures are put out by Gentle Giant in California, and they're basically scaled up versions of the original Kenner figures. And I've been collecting them for about 2 or 3 years. I have, I don't know, like 50 of them now. There's only a handful left on my list that I want to get, and Logray was one of them. I saw him come up on eBay this week. It was just like, yeah, it was just a week ago. He just arrived today. So it was kind of my Christmas present to myself, honestly. Bought it from Toy Hideout in California, actually, those guys. So thanks a lot, guys. I'm really happy with the figure and very excited to add to my collection. I have several other videos on the Jumbo figures, so if you want to learn more about those, check out those on my channel. The next figures I'm anticipating from Gentle Giant are going to be the Max Rebo Band. Those are coming in 2025, maybe 2026. We'll see how fast they get to them. But anyway, this is going to be number 3 this month. Going to add them to the wall. Great figure. Very happy with this pickup. All right, number 2 is kind of interesting. It's not a figure per se. It's a Lego set. Look at this. I picked up the Millennium Falcon. I don't review Lego sets, guys. I do build Lego, but I don't put them on the channel. But being that this is Star Wars, this is a really awesome set, and I would recommend it to anyone who's vaguely interested in Lego, because if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to love putting this thing together. This is from their 25 years of Lego Star Wars line that they put out. You can get it on basically any store. I think retail is 85 bucks. I got it at Costco for like 68. As far as features, it does have some articulation to the gun here and the radar dish. Nothing else really opens, but it does come with this nice stand. It does come with this nice stand though underneath with a little plaque and everything. Actually, it has 2 different plaques, and that stand can come right off, so you can take the ship off and play with it too. And what was cool is building the ship right in the core, in like the living quarters area. You get little tiny minifigures of Han and Leia, and Luke, and Obi-Wan and Chewie, and 3PO and R2, which you'll never see because they're all covered up inside the ship. Nothing opens once you build this, but they're in there. So that was kind of a cool thing to find when I was building it. But overall, just a really solid build, really nice engineering, how all the angles and the shapes come together. Lots of greebliness on the surface. I had a lot of fun building this yesterday, and I just wanted to feature it in the video because it's one of the favorite things I got this month. So that's going to make my number 2 this month, the Lego Millennium Falcon. Great set. All right, guys, this is kind of strange for me. I've never had a TVC figure be number 1 on the list, but that's what I got this month. I can't get over how cool this set is. This is the Vintage Collection Blurg and the Mandalorian. So that's what it is. You get the Blurg with the saddle, and then you get a 3.75-inch figure of Mando. He comes carded, unpunched, which is nice. And basically that's what you get in the box. Let me show you opened up. Here he is. I just had so much fun with this guy. I don't know. I'm a sucker for creatures. I really love all the creatures in Star Wars. So, I mean, if this was a Black Series item, this would be the top of my list if it was a Black Series Blurg. In fact, I have featured the Black Series Blurg on my 6 figures a month video before, the 3D printed one that my friend Gary made for me. But anyway, this is the first one that Hasbro's put out for any of the collector lines. The only other Blurg they've made was for that little kids line, Mission Fleet. Anyway, I'll show a side by side here. That's a little bit smaller than this and definitely more kiddie looking. This one looks great. Looks like it stepped right off the screen from the show. The saddle, you get the reins. You can take all that off, so you get a plain Blurg, if you want one running wild or whatever. Articulation is great. Balance is good. The tail articulates. The legs articulate. Shoulders articulate. The elbows do not, but it's not that big a deal. And of course, the mouth does. You can look at that big jaw right there. That's pretty cool. I just really love this guy, man. I picked him up again with that GameStop sale, and couldn't be happier. So I was so impressed with this. I put this at number 1 on my list this month. What a great figure. I would love to see Hasbro do this in the Black Series scale. I'd actually like to see them do this in the Retro collection with the little spring-loaded trap door for our Retro Mando to go in. So yeah, take a look at that, guys. See if you can pull one of these off for the Retro collection. You could use the same sculpt and just give it kind of a cheaper paint job. Look, it would fit in great with the Kenner stuff. Anyway, I'm sure TVC collectors are really happy with this. Even for me as just a Star Wars collector, I love this piece. It's a great one to pick up. So it's 40 bucks retail. Again, I got it for less than that during the GameStop sale, but I think it's worth the 40, honestly, for the figure and the creature. So that's my number 1 this month, the Blurg from the Vintage Collection. I don't even care about the Mando that much. The Blurg is great. More creatures, please. Give us more creatures. That really is a good view into my collecting habits this month. A little bit of everything, and I love all of these pieces that I showed you guys. They're all great. So I'll end it there, guys. Hit the like button for me. Leave me a comment below. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one. May the Force be with you. Bye.